What's up, YouTube? It's the Cover Price Top 10 for the week of September 20th, 2022. Now, last week was shaped tremendously by the announcements from D23, but what books still linger and in what places? Let's go find out. At number 10, Iron Man 219. In the same spot as last week, this book is related to the long-anticipated cast and team announcement of the Thunderbolts finally revealed at D23. Now, one member is the villain of Ant-Man 2, Ghost, whose first appearance is in this first issue. We've tracked it with a high sale of $140 for a CGC 9.6. Fair market value for a raw very fine copy is $28. At number 9, Truth, Red, White, and Black Issue 1. Marvel finally dropped some casting announcements at D23, including the return of Isaiah Bradley in the next Captain America film, whose first appearance is in this book. Now, Marvel laid the groundwork for the first season of Falcon and the Winter Soldier with this character, and they seem to be looking to build upon that. We've tracked this at a high sale of $200 for a CGC 9.8 with a fair market value of a raw near mint copy at currently $35. At number 8, Ghost Rider Issue 1. Ghost Rider saw a resurgence in the 90s, introducing a whole new generation of readers upon the release of this second series. Now, with it came the first appearance of Daniel Ketch, who later became the second Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider also happens to be a prominent member of many iterations of the Midnight Suns, an IP that just received a video game and one has a ton of potential in the MCU. We tracked it at a high sale of $335 for a CGC 9.8 with a fair market value of a raw near mint copy for currently $28. At number 7, Man-Thing number 1. With his blink and you'll miss it appearance in the trailer of the upcoming Werewolf by Night Halloween special, Man-Thing isn't particularly known by the public at large, leading this book to be a more affordable entry point for first appearances versus the pricey Savage Tales number 1. Now, we've tracked this at a high sale of $150 for a CGC 9.8 with a fair market value for a near mint raw copy at currently $16. At number 6, Blade Runner number 1. I'm so pumped for this. Amazon Studios recently tapped Ridley Scott to develop a sequel TV series. Now, naturally, the market couldn't help but zero in on the comic book adaptation. We've tracked it at a high sale of $41.67 for a raw copy. Fair market value for a raw near mint copy is currently $29. At number 5, The Incredible Hulk 250. Marvel recently announced at D23 that this character Sabra will appear in the next Captain America film. Her first cameo appearance is in this book, but how significant her role is unknown. But that's not going to stop collectors from taking a chance on this character, keeping this book in our top 10 for 2 weeks in a row. We've tracked it at a high sale of $259 in a CGC 9.6 with a fair market value of a raw near mint copy at $60. At number 4, Marvel Presents Issue 1. Boom! Marvel strikes again, sending the community into a minor frenzy with a trailer for the upcoming Werewolf by Night Halloween special. Disney Plus has added a page to the special event confirming that the location will be at the Bloodstone Temple after the death of its owner, likely Ulysses Bloodstone, who debuts in this issue of Marvel Presents. Now, we've tracked it at a high sale of $175 for a CGC 9.4 and a raw fair market value of $25. At number 3, Midnight Suns Issue 1. Now, this 1 in 25 features a cover drawn by comic legend Kevin Eastman. It has the added bonus of featuring the Midnight Suns, comprised of Blade, Wolverine, Magic, Spirit Rider, and Nika Monroe, all characters with a dynamic following amongst the community. We track it at a high sale of $35 for a raw copy. Fair market value for a raw near mint copy is currently at $21. Swinging in at number 2, Amazing Spider-Man 503. This book features the first appearance of 2 characters, Tess Black, the daughter of Loki, and the immortal sorceress of chaos, Morwen. The community sees a high probability of Loki crossing a timeline and running into his daughter, albeit with no factual information. And the market acted accordingly. Once again, only time will tell, but this is the kind of lower risk book that the community's been picking up as of late. We tracked it at a high sale of $23 for a raw copy and a very fine fair market value of $8. And standing strong at number 1, The Incredible Hulk 256. Now, we've touched on Sabra lately, and we have to mention this lesser-known character has topped the charts for 2 weeks in a row with his first full appearance. The community is highly interested in Sabra and her potential, and it's been a while since we have been able to look for a character that we could scour $1 to $5 bins before visiting the aftermarket. We tracked this at a high sale of $349 for a CGC 9.6 and a rare fine fair market value for $66. And thank you for joining us for the Cover Price Top 10. We look forward to seeing you next week.